गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारम् व्याप्तं येन चराचरम् तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ दुं दुर्गायै नमः। So, today we are starting Uttama Charita. Previously, we saw two different battles with different kinds of asuras. Madhu Kaitava with roots in Tamoguna, Tamas. Mahakali used the positive Tamoguna to destroy them, the negative Tamoguna, which she does in each and every sadhaka, devotee of Durga Saptashati and who are devoted to Devi, Shiva Shakti, who is none other than the consciousness. And then the Madhyama Charita, Mahishasura, who is rooted in negative Rajoguna, was destroyed by the positive Rajoguna as Mahalakshmi. Now, Sattva Guna is rooted in the spiritual plane, which is in this world and beyond this physical world. That spiritual plane is very much within this world and also beyond this world as well. And that Sattva Guna is very intricate and subtlest that it is very difficult to come out of it, to go beyond even that guna. So, Mahasaraswati, who is none other than pure consciousness and the divine light of consciousness, the knowledge. She takes away the binding of this sattva guna also from the devotee seeker, Mahasaraswati. So this comes as Uttama Charita. In this, it is Mahasaraswati who leads us towards self-realization, cleaning us up from all the three gunas. She takes us beyond as Maa Durga, Mahadevi. So we are going to study about that. Let us start with the Dhyana Shloka of the 5th chapter. घण्टाशूलहलानि शङ्खमुसले चक्रं धनुः सायकम् हस्ताब्जैर्दधतीं घनान्तविलसत् शीतांशुतुल्यप्रभाम् गौरीदेहसमुद्भवां त्रिजगताम् आधारभूतां महाम् पूर्वामत्र सरस्वतीमनुभजे शुम्भादिदैत्यार्दिनी. I bow down to that Mahasaraswati. Who is she? She is holding Ghanta, the bell, Shula, Halani, that is the plow, Shankha, Musala, that is mace, Chakra, Dhanu, that is bow, Sayaka, the arrow. In her lotus-like hands, Hastabjair Dadhatim, she holds. Ghananta Vilasat Shitamshu Tulya Prabham. How is her radiance? She is effulgent, shining, exactly like the moon who is shining at the edge of the thick dark cloud. Like that, her prabha is, her effulgence is. Ghananta, Ghananta is the cloud. Anta, at the end, at the edge. Vilasat, Shitamshu, Tulya Prabham. Shitamshu is that moon. Gauri Deha Samudbhavam. And this Mahasaraswati has come out of the body of Gauri. Gauri Deha Samudbhavam. So we'll be studying how she comes out of the body of Gauri. Trijagatam Adharabhutam. And she is the very base, foundation, support of all the three lokas. Mahapurvam. And she is primordial. She is Anadi. There is no starting where she was. No one can say. She is Mahapurvam. She is there as primordial. Atra Saraswatim Anubhaje. That primordial Shakti here, Atra, now she has come in the form as Saraswati Anubhaje. I praise her. I bow down to her. Shumbhadi Daityardini, the one who destroyed Shumbha and many other Daityas, the evil-minded Rakshasas. So now Rishi starts his narration of the next battle which took place after a long gap in time. So first as Mahakali, one battle happened. After a long time, another battle happened. After that long time, now the third one is happening. But when we take it as one happening, it very much fits in that it is applicable to each and every being, because first that Devi, Maa Durga, in the form of consciousness, she destroys the tamoguna, the binding of the tamoguna, and then she takes out the binding of rajoguna, and now she is ready to take out the binding of sattvaguna as a being. Pura Shumbha Nishumbhabhyam Asurabhyam Shachipatehe Trailokyam Yajnabhagascha Hrita Madabalashrayat. Long back in ancient time, Pura, Shumbha, Nishumbha are the two asuras who had taken away the sovereignty of Shachipade, that is Indra. Trilokyam, the sovereignty over all the three lokas, by that Indra, they had taken away. Not only that, Yajna Bhagascha, even the Havis or the oblation which they offer during all the yajnas, they used to reach Indra. But these two asuras have taken that portion of Indra also. Krita, they were taken away. Madabalashrayat, by force, by their pride, by force, by their strength, they took away. Tavev suryatam tadvad adhikaram tathaindavam kauberamatayaamyam cha chakrate varunasya cha तावेव पवनद्धिं च चक्रतुर्वह्नि कर्म च ततो देवा विनिर्धूता भ्रष्टराज्याः पराजिताः. So what did they do? Not only Indra was attacked by these two, Shumbha Nishubha, even the adhikara, the power, the hold, authority of Surya, and they started doing the deeds of Agni, who used to carry on his duties. Even they were also taken away. And then Kaubera, that is Kubera, even his treasury and his power was also taken away. Yam, even Yamas. And then Varunasya cha, even Varuna, the god of rain, water, even his authority was taken away. Taveva pavanardhim cha, even the authority of Pavana, the wind, even that was taken away. Tato deva vinirdhuta, without having that lordship. Bhrashtarajyaha, without having their own powerful kingdom or the place. Parajitaha. All these devas were defeated like anything. So, this happens even as an individual. When all these negative qualities take over the being, the positive energy becomes weak. The divine energies which are there become weak because the being is very much swayed by the negative energy, which drags us towards the worldly pleasures, comforts. So that is when one needs the help from the higher supreme. So what did the devas do? हृताधिकारास्त्रिदशाः ताभ्यां सर्वे निराकृताः महासुराभ्यां तां देवीं संस्मरन्त्यपराजिताम् हृताधिकारास्त्रिदशाः त्रिदशाः are the devatas having deprived of their functions, power, authority. Nirakritaha sarve. All devas became deprived of all these powers. Mahasurabhyam. By those strong asuras. Tam devim samsmaranti. They all remembered Devi, who is aparajita, one who never sees the failure, unconquerable. Parajita, aparajita, that Devi, they remembered at once. Isn't it? The consciousness will never fail because it is omnipotent, omniscient, and it is eternal, all pervading. So, what can influence that consciousness? And that consciousness is none other than Maa Durga, Mahadevi, who is very much within every being. So, they remembered her for what? Tayasmakam varo datto yathapatsu smritakhilah bhavatam nashayishyami tatkshanat paramapadah. Tayasmakam varo datto. Yes, she had given all of us devatas a vara, a boon. What is that boon? Yathapsu smrutakhila. When everyone remembers me at facing any calamity, bhavatam nashayishyami. I will destroy all your calamities, which are great. Takshanat, at once. The minute you remember me, the minute you call me in your mind, in your heart, I am readily there to take away that parama apadaha, the worst calamities one can face. That I will take away. See what a motherly spiritual being is Maa Durga is. She's readily available for all of us. Only thing is we have to call out for her when we are in great calamity, sorrow, or when we are stepping on to, about to, towards negative path. Just remembering her will take us towards positivity. So, iti kritva matim deva himavantam nageshwaram jagmustatra tato devim vishnumayam pratushtuvuhu. Remembering her boon, Vara, they all went towards the king of mountains, that is Himalaya, and in front of Devi, they started praising her. Tushtuvu. They praised her, appealed with her. What did they say? Deva uchuhu, Deva uchuhu. Devas told, said, recited, prayed from the bottom of their heart. Namo Devyai Mahadevyai Shivayai Satatam Namaha Namah Prakrityai Bhadrayai Niyata Pranata Smatam. Namo Devyai. We bow down salutations to Devi, who is Mahadevi. Mahadevi is that primordial Adi Parashakti. Salutations to her. Shivaya, one who is being closely associated with Shiva, the pure consciousness. She is also very auspicious. Auspicious. Shivaya. Satatam Namaha. Always, always. We go down. Namah Prakrityai. Salutations to that primordial Prakriti, the very source of the whole manifestation. And she's not only the source, but she has also pervaded and she has manifested the whole manifestation, the whole universe as her own body. Prakriti, Bhadraya, one who takes care of all beings, the whole universe in very auspicious way. Bhadraya. Niyata, one who controls. She is the controller of everything, the whole manifestation. Niyata, Pranata, Matam. We bow down to her. Raudraye Namo Nityayai Gaurye Dhatre Namo Namah Jyotsnayai Chendurupinyai Sukhaye Satatam Namaha. Raudraye. She is ready to take action against any evil being and evil action. So, as she is ready for that action, she manifests herself as Raudra Rupini, terrible form. Nityayai, she is eternal, eternal. Gaurye, one who is radiant with fair color. Dhatre, one who supports the whole universe. Namo Namaha. Salutations to her. Jyotsnaye, one who is the Jyotsna, the moonlight. Cha Indurupinye, and who is having the form of Indu, that is Purnendu, as moon. Sukhaye, she is the happiness, joy. pleasure of the whole universe, of all beings. See, in what all ways she is there for us to experience her. Satatam Namaha. We bow down to her all the time. Here, we should observe Jyotsnaye Chendurupinyai. She is both moon as the source of the moonlight, and she is also the moonlight. That means she is the very source as the consciousness, and she also takes the form, manifests with the body, Deha. So, whoever is with body, a form, and who is in action with consciousness inside, all are nothing but Maa Durga, Maha Saraswati, Mahalakshmi, isn't it? Each one is that Maa Durga because Jyotsnaye Chendurupini, she's both. Kalyanyai Pranata Vruddhayai Siddhayai Purmo Namo Namaha Nairutyai Bhubhrutam Lakshmyai Sharvanyai Te Namo Namaha. Salutations to Kalyani, the source of well-being, Kalyani. Pranata Vruddhayai, and whoever bows down to her, surrenders to her, she nourishes them in their well-being, which is very true. She is in the consciousness form within. And if the mind and body is in constant touch with that soul, with realization, naturally, that consciousness is the one which is emitting through the mind, through the thought, through the action, through the body. So that way, that being, individual being, will also be with so much of nourishment, and they will be seeing nothing but Kalyani in them, through them. Siddhayai, she is fully accomplished. There's nothing which she has to do as a necessity. She is Siddhi, well accomplished. Nairutyai, Nairutya, one is the direction. Another meaning in Shakta philosophy, she is the mind-born mother, with the intention, with the purpose of drinking the blood of Andhakasura. She was given birth, in the sense she was given the form as Nairuti. And Sharvani. Sharva is Shiva. Sharva, one who takes care of earth, all beings. Sharvani, who is very much the counterpart of that Sharva as his beloved wife. Durgayai Durgaparayai Sarayai Sarvakarinyai Khyatयै Tathaiva Krishnayai Dhomrayai Satatam Namaha. Durgayai, she is Durga. Durga Parayai, one who gets us across the most difficult situation or in all difficulties, dangers, calamities, when we are not able to get across. We should remember her, and she is there readily to help us out and get us across. Durga Paraye, Saraye, and she is the essence of the whole universe, the whole cosmos. She is the essence. Oh, she is in the form of consciousness. It is that consciousness which is the very essence of the whole manifestation. Sarvakarinye, and she is the cause, source of everything to happen. Sarvakarinye. Khyatye, she is renowned. Khyati, Khyatye. Tathaiva, in the same way, she is Krishnaye. One, she is Krishna, black in color. At the same time, Krishna, who is very attractive. Magnetically, she draws one's mind, heart, intellect, and that aham, Krishna. And who is very powerful, Krishna, powerful. Dhumraye, she is also that smoke like presence, who is smoky, the gray area, they say now, when there is confusion. It is not that I don't know at all, or I'm very clear about it. In between, it is smoky. That also, it is she only, because she is Mahamaya, Vishnu Maya. So, to run the universe, she needs that as well. That smoky appearance, manifestation, she has. To her, Satatam Namaha. I bow down to her all the time. Ati Saumyati Raudrayai Natastasye Namo Namaha. Namo Jagat Pratisthai Devyai Krityai Namo Namaha. Ati Saumyayai. She is extremely gentle. Ati Saumya. For people who have surrendered to her, she is Ati Saumya. Ati Raudra. She is terrible, unbearably. One who is in the negative side of hers. Mahakali. When we even think of her, the minute we say Kali or Mahakali, very terrible, horrific vision comes in our mind. However, if we have love and that connection, affinity with her, even that Raudra Rupa also looks beautiful. And we can see that Saumya, which is oozing out from within. Many people, many disciples describe their gurus in this way. His words are so harsh that the very next moment I want to get away from him. However, I see that soft heart in him, His love towards me is so great that I want to bear with whatever he talks. I have heard many disciples saying this. In the same way, Maa Durga, she is Ati Saumya, Ati Raudra, both. Natas Tasyai Namo Namaha. I always bow down to her. Namo Jagat Pratishthaya. And she is also Pratishthaya. She is the one who is supporting the whole Jagat to be stable and stay in form. And this Jagat consists of so many different kinds of living and non-living beings with different intensities. She supports, she bears the whole Jagat. Jagat Pratishthaye. Devyai Krityai Namo Namaha. That Devi, I bow down to that Devi who is Krityai, who is the creator as well. So, till now, all devas are praising her in the cosmic level, her presence in the cosmic level. How in the whole universe one can think of her, experience her presence cosmically everywhere. And next, they start observing and recognizing, realizing, highlighting her presence in each and every being in different ways. See the beauty and see the way they have understood Devi's presence in the whole cosmos and also in every individual beings, be it plant, animal, humans, panchabhutas. In all, she is present, but in different forms, different ways, different intensities. How is she managing it? By retaining her form as consciousness, activated consciousness, Shiva Shakti. So let us see how she is there in all individuals. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vishnumayeti Shabdita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. I always bow down. Salutations to Devi, who is called as Vishnumaya in Sarvabhuteshu, in all beings. She is known as Vishnumaya because she is there as Maya and Vishnu. Vishnu is that Satchidananda, Sat Chit Ananda, Vishnu, who is all pervading, is there, Vishnu. And he is using his energy as Maya. That Maya is illusory creation. So Vishnu Maya, she's combination of both. And thus she is able to be herself as consciousness, Vishnu Maya. And also she manifests herself illusorily as the whole manifestation. Vishnu Mayeti Shabdita, she's called like that. I bow down. Why there are 3 times? Namastasye, Namastasye, Namastasye. Namo Namaha. My understanding is that Mahadevi is Durga, who has manifested and doing her work through Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. And we need all the three to come out of this Vishnu Maya. To be liberated, we need all the three. And who are those, all the three? Mahadevi, who is Adi Parashakti, Namo Namaha. You are the only one, eternal existence. I bow down to you, who is none other than consciousness, just consciousness. So, Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. All the three are none other than just that Mahadevi, who is bowed down as Namo Namaha. So it keeps coming in all rest of the stuti. So next one is Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chetane Tyabhidhiyate Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Sarva Bhuteshu, in every being, she is in the form of Chetana, the ray of consciousness. Imagine if that ray of consciousness is not there, there is no life, there is no action. Everything is not even standstill, because even standstill also needs consciousness. Everything is totally gone. So she makes her presence in every being as Chetana, the ray of consciousness. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhirupena Samsthita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. In every being, she is in the form as intelligence. Be it plant or animal or human being. In all beings, even Panchabhuta, she is in the form of that intelligence. So if we think of it, it's very true. Unless there is consciousness working as intelligence, which is manifested as intelligence, the intensity might be different. In the Panchabhutas, the plants, animals, and the human beings, the power of that intelligence might vary, but it is there for all these beings to exist in this world, to work in this world, to interact in this world. Everyone needs that intelligence, which is there in every being. Sarva Bhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samsthita. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Nidra Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi, Devi who is in the form of sleep in every being, I go down. That Nidra is also very much needed. Nidra, what happens? During Nidra, nothing happens. There is total halt. Sleeping. That is very much needed. When something is created, Srishti, and then Sthiti, that is protected and preserved. And if it keeps on going, there will be overproduction and there is no way to stop it. So that is when Nidra, the halting, the stoppage, should be there. And not only that, the second meaning of that Nidra is the ignorance, avidya. Because that avidya or ignorance is there in every being, we are what we are now as individuals, jivatmas, isn't it? Otherwise, we will be Paramatma, which is pure consciousness. So, because that ignorance as sleep, nidra, is there in every being, we are existing in this world, taking birth, Srishti, and we are retaining that sleep, ignorance, because of which we are living for 100 years. And interacting as that ignorant being for that many years. So, Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Nidra Rupena Samstita. Because of that Nidra, ignorance, we are able to be in this physical world's consciousness. Otherwise, we will not be aware of this world at all. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu क्षुधारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः क्षुधारूपेण. She is present in every being in the form of hunger. And I bow down to that Devi in that form, hunger. We know the physical hunger. When it comes to life, there are different kinds of hunger in every being, be it plant, animal, or human being, or even devatas. Every manifested individual, there is hunger. The hunger which every sense organ feels, the hunger which mind feels, the hunger which intellectual faculty experiences. So, hunger in life is the one which is keeping us still going on in this world. It is not just the physical hunger of the stomach, but hunger of different kinds. Hunger for power, hunger for money, wealth, for relationship, in different kinds, or hunger for knowledge. She is in that form, hunger. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chayarupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. She is present in every being in the form as Chaya, the shadow. She is there as the shadow of the higher self. That is, Jivatma as the shadow of Paramatma. Or she is also there as the reflection of that Paramatma. So, how can we take it? This whole universe is her body. We are, each individual is taking in that whole universe in the mind as a reflection of what it is. How is it possible? Through the presence of that Paramatma as consciousness, which is working in the mind of every individual as I am, I am. And it is that I am who is seeing the whole universe, who is experiencing the whole universe. So, how is it possible? Because of her presence, Devi's presence in the form of the shadow. Because shadow will never leave an individual when we are in the light, isn't it? So, just like the shadow of our own self follows us all the time because of the light, we can never jump out of our own shadow. It is always there. In that way, she's also with us. She's following it. She's pushing us forward, being with us 365 days, 24 hours, 7 days throughout our life. She is with us, supporting us like the shadow, like the reflection of that Paramatma. And she is making us work or being able to interact in this world. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shaktirupena Samsthita Namastasयै 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 Namo Namaha. She is there in every being as Shakti, the energy, the power. Without that, it's not possible for anyone to retain the body or the mind or the intellect or the antakaranam altogether. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Trishna-rupena samsthita Namastasयै 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 Namo Namaha. She is present in every being in the form of thirst. Thirst, again, is that which makes us get into the karma, doing the karma, and which in turn binds us to this world, the physical world. So we should see there is difference between hunger and thirst. When we are saying hunger, how can we understand from the perspective of life, the hunger of life? How do we feel it? Oh, without that, I feel I'm incomplete. I really want it. I think I will be fulfilled or satisfied only if I have that with me. I want to know, only then my mind will be satisfied. I am hungry for knowing that. I want this. That feeling that I am lacking something. Lack of that is creating disturbance in me. That is hunger. That hunger we can withstand, we can bear longer than the bearing of thirst. So, what is thirst? I am feeling so weak. Without that, I know I am not going to survive. Thirst. The thirst for knowledge, if we take, until we know the answer to our question, the quest, we will not be satisfied at all. The mind becomes so troubled that it keeps working on the answer or to know the answer or the solution of that knowledge which is hiding, veiling from us. So the thirst, it cannot be borne for a very long time. So that is different kind of feeling. I want it. Without that, I can never live. So that thirst is also the reason, source for us to live in this world. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु क्षान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः क्षान्तिरूपेण, that is forbearance, tolerance, patience, endurance. Because of this, we are able to come out of so many situations, problems, and also to create new things or to explore. This is very much needed. Kshanti is very much needed. That she is there in that form as well. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Jati Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. She is present in every being, be it plant or animal or human being or devatas. She is very much there in Jati Rupa. Jati means lineage, family, race. It is possible to have these classification depending or based on the genus, the genetic property. So, it is this Jati is the one which is giving possibility of having methodical multiplicity in the whole universe. Because of that Jati, the classification which takes place naturally on its own, automatically, because that Prakriti is very much there as the source of Jati in every being. That is a very important thing to bring multiplicity, and that is possible only for her. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lajjarupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. She is present in every being in the form of bashfulness, shyness, or modesty. For each species to lead life with peace, this modesty is very much needed. Because of the presence of that modesty, the society runs in smooth way. It works according to the need of the society. It is because of modesty. Sarva Bhuteshu, in everyone. Even if a person makes any mistake in the society, which is hurting the society or the group of that fact, the person who is causing the disturbance, he will have understood, he would have understood what it is, how it is going wrong, and he will be feeling that guilt. He might not express it, he might not accept it, but he knows it because that modesty, Devi in the form of modesty, is very much there, freaking. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Shanti Rupena. She is there in every being in the form of Shanti. Just imagine if that emotion, Shanti, is not there in the manifestation itself, how the life would have been. Unimaginable. So she is in that form. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddharupena Samsthitam Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. She is in every being in the form as faith. It is not belief. Belief drops off and it makes the person go down. The belief. It is not the truth. Whereas faith is that which only keeps increasing its presence in a person. So that faith is the one quality which makes us get up in the morning with the faith. Everything we do the whole day is most of the things are out of faith. If we sit and contemplate what are all the things I carry on faith, it's unbelievable. 90% of the time we are doing our work every day to day, simple things, even they are done automatically as a routine because of the faith that this is what will happen if I do this. That faith is none other than Devi. See, because she has induced Jati, Shanti, Kshanti, and this Shraddha, our life is very much smooth. Just imagine if these things were taken away from every being, how the world would be. Unimaginable, unimaginable. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kanti Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Kanti, it is the brilliance, brightness, the luster, loveliness. She is that Kanti. If you see anyone very bright, it's nothing but the presence of Devi in that Kanti Rupa. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, namastasyai, namastasyai namo namah. Lakshmi Rupena, it is the good fortune, or even Jaya Lakshmi, the success which we see in our action. We should not think of great things as the achievement. We are sleeping, even waking up in the morning, that itself is the good fortune. Ah, I'm still breathing. I'm alive. Let me get up from the bed, and I'm able to get up. All these things are nothing but Lakshmi. So every moment, whatever we are successfully completing, every day routine, it is nothing but the presence of Lakshmi. Devi in that Lakshmi Rupa. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vrittirupena Samsthita. Namastasyai, namastasyai, namastasyai namo namah. Vrittirupena. Vritti means the thought which kicks into action. The thought manifests itself as action. That action is vritti, and that is done only because of that presence of Devi, the consciousness, in the form of vritti. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Smritirupen Samsthita. Namastasyai, namastasyai, namastasyai namo namah. She is present in every being as memory. 99% of our life, not only human beings, animals, plants, panchabhutas, it is the memory which is cooking up the life every day, every moment. Memory. Memory is nothing but recreating what has happened once. So that we would have put in our subconsciousness, and when that is brought out up, we are recreating what was created. That creation would have happened because of the presence of Devi, and that we are living as memory, put in the memory. So memory in every being is very, very essential to exist in this physical world. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दयारूपेण संस्थिता. नमस्तस्यै, नमस्तस्यै, नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः. I bow down to that Devi who is present in the form of kindness, compassion in every being. Isn't it? In one way or the other, even the evil person will also have compassion or kindness in one way or the other to someone or the other. So we cannot imagine the universe without every being having this compassion, kindness in their heart or in their being. So it is Devi in that form as Daya. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Tushtirupena Samsthita. Namastasye, Namastasye, Namastasye Namo Namaha. Abba. Devi is also in the form as Tushti, the joy, satisfaction, contentment. If that was not there, probably she should have created many, many more worlds. Jagrat Swapna Sushupti will not be enough because that trupti, satisfaction, contentment, and the joy and happiness is there in everyone. At one point or the other, we say, yes, it has given me happiness. Let me move on. Tushti Rupena. Beautiful. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matrurupena Samsthita. Namastasye, Namastasye, Namastasye Namo Namaha. Devi is present in every being in the form as mother. Again, because every species, Panchabhutas, plants, animals, human beings, devatas, because we all have imbibed, not we having imbibed, because she is present in us as motherly nature. Many of the good things we are doing like a mother, loving, sharing, sacrificing, being on toes to help. All these are the things which are holding the universe, beings, and interacting with humans, with animals, or with plants. That is also possible because of that motherly nature to care, to take care, ready to sacrifice something. So that motherly nature is nothing but the presence of Devi, who is consciousness in the form of consciousness. See that consciousness in what all ways it is shining in every being. We have to project it understandingly, experience all these qualities, and experience the world which gives nothing but joy and wonder. Joy and wonder, nothing else. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Bhrantirupeణ Samsthita. Namastasyai, Namastasyai, Namastasyai Namo Namaha. She is present in everyone as delusion, Bhranti. True. Because of that presence of Bhranti, the delusion, many of the actions which we do with so much of involvement, without realizing that it is delusion. As victim of delusion, we become one with our actions and carry on those actions. And it is Mahasaraswati who gives the knowledge to enjoy every action performed through this body, through this mind, as just a nataka, a drama, It is created for the sake of game or sport or leela. So the whole world will become a joyful drama or a game if we understand that Devi is there as delusion in every being. And it is the delusion which is making them to interact in that way and interact with that way. So I should not be disturbed by this. It is the delusion. So that Sakshi Bhava, that Jnana, it is Mahasaraswati who gives. That lack of understanding is nothing but Satvika fault, which she corrects, Mahasaraswati, by giving that Satvika Buddhi come out of it. Isn't it? इन्द्रियाणामधिष्ठात्री भूतानां चाखिलेषु च भूतेषु सततं तस्यै व्याप्तिदेव्यै नमो नमः. I bow down to that Devi who is the governor of all the senses. Indriyanam adhishtatri. She is the one who is governing all the five senses or the faculty of senses. Bhuteshu satatam tasye vyapti devyai. And not only that, she pervades, penetrates all beings. And she's there. Ita. To her, I bow down. Chitirupena ya kritsnam etadvyapya sthita jagat. Namastasyai 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 namo namah. She completely covers, pervades, and resides in all beings in the form of Chiti. Chiti. Again, it is the conscious. She is not only pervading the whole being, she has penetrated, pierced through, and she's residing inside. What else we can expect? There's no need at all. If we realize and experience her presence in this way, as these devatas are praising her. Chiti Rupena Ya Kritsnam. Kritsnam means completely everything. Etad Vyapya Sthita Jagat Namastasye, 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 Namo Namo. And that is how she is keeping this Jagat in place. So she's retaining her conscious form and projecting all these different things as manifested energy or power or skill or as intelligence. So this also tells us there is nothing which is not Devi, Shakti, or there is nothing other than Shakti. Sarvam Shiva Shaktimayam. Everything is nothing but activated consciousness, which is playing around in different ways. Stuta Surai Purvamabhishta Samshayat Tatha Surendrena Dineshu Sevita. करोतु सानः शुभहेतुरीश्वरी शुभानि भद्राण्यभिहन्तु चापदः स्तुतासुरैः पूर्वं long back devatas had prayed her for the sake of their desires, abhishta, for their wishes. And also Tatha Surendrena, by that Indra, she was served, worshipped every day, Dineshu Sedita. Karotu sa nah, let her do for us, Shubha Hetu, Ishwari. She being the very source, cause of any auspicious thing. Let that Ishwari do that auspicious deeds for us. Shubhani, Bhadrani, let her take care of this Shubha and Bhadra, being the well-being and the auspicious good things happen to us. Abhihantu cha apadaha, and let her destroy all the calamities. या साम्प्रतं चोद्धत दैत्यतापितैः अस्माभिरीशा च सुरैर्नमस्यते या च स्मृता तत्क्षणमेव हन्ति न सर्वापदो भक्तिविनम्रमूर्तिभिः. That Devi who is revered by us again, Sampratam Chodhata Daitya Tapitaihi, we devatas who are tormented by those evil asuras, Asmabhirishacha Surair Namastasyat, and one who is bowed down by all the devas, Yacha Smrita Tatkshanameva Hanti. The minute we all remember her, at that moment itself, she takes away all the calamities. Sarvapada. Bhakti Vinamra Murti Bihi. Whoever bows down or surrenders both body and the mind at her feet. Rishiruvacha evam stavabhiyuktanam devanam tatra parvati snatumabhyayayau toye janhavya nripanandana. Okay, like this, when devatas were doing their stuti, praising Devi, there came Parvati to have a dip in Janhavi, that is Ganga. She came there. Sabravitan suran subruhu bhavadbhistuyate traka sharirakoshatashchasyaha samudbhuta bravicchiva. And she came and said, Parvati came and said to those suras, devas who were praising, who had subru, beautiful eyebrows she had. Whom are you all doing this stuti? That Parvati asked. And the minute she asked that question, Sharira Koshat, from her, the body from her physical body came forth the auspicious goddess. The minute she asked that question, whom are you all praising so much? Who is that? Out of her physical body came out this beautiful goddess who was very auspicious. Samudbhut and Bravit. And she also told that Devi, what did she say? That Devi who came out. Stotram mamaitat priyate शुम्भदैत्य निराकृतैः देवैः समेतैः समरे निशुम्भेन पराजितैः. This hymn is addressed to me by the assembled devas who have been defeated by Shumbha Nishumbha, who have been deserted as well and defeated in the Samara, that is Yuddha. Parajitai, they have been defeated. So they are praising me. She says, Sharira koshadyatasyaha parvatya nisritambika kaushikiti samasteshu tato lokeshu giyate. So, because this auspicious goddess who came out of the body of Parvati, she was called Kaushiki. Sharira Kosha. Because she came out of that Kosha, she's called Kaushiki. Who is called Kaushiki. So what can we understand by this? What is the big deal about it? Here Parvati is all knowledgeable. She's Sarvatni. And why is she asking that question? And the answer is also coming out from her own self. That is to say, even though in individual consciousness, it is limited powers. But in unconscious level, even the individual will have the collective consciousness, connection with the collective consciousness, which has unlimited potential in it. So just like it happened to Parvati, we would have seen it in the TV serial or cinema when they want to show a person going through so many different emotions within him. One mind will be telling him, go ahead with this. Another mind will be saying, no, no, it is not right. Another mind will say, why are you so cowardly? Go ahead and do it. So these minds talking different things in different directions, they show it as the same person coming in front of him and talking. Isn't it? We have seen it in TV serial or even in cinema. Here they have put it through the poetic words. Parvati is Sarvajna. But when she is asking that question, whom are you all praising? That is another mind which shows that individually when we are in Jagrat, our awareness is very, very limited. Whereas when we are in Sushupti or Swapna, that being is able to get connected with that collective consciousness with immense potential in it. So same thing is happening here. Parvati, out of her own self, she's coming out and telling this. And also, if you see the intelligence, even though human being has developed in very great extent, still it is limited only. So when it comes to the sattva guna, it becomes all the more subtle, intricate, that it is very difficult to come out of it because we become more limited. So what happens? It is Maha Saraswati who gives us the knowledge and the connection with that collective universal consciousness. So that they are showing it beautifully here. Tasyam vinirgatayam tu Krishna bhutsapi Parvati Kaliketi samakhyata Himachala kritashraya. Once the Kaushiki came out of Parvati, she was beautiful, but Parvati became black. And so she was given a new name as Kalika. Parvati was given the name Kalika. And she went back towards Himachala. She went back to Himalaya. So what does it mean? Parvati is that consciousness. Himalaya is the body. She, being the consciousness, it had projected itself and she went back into body, illuminating through consciousness the whole body, which is Himalaya. So she stayed there as Kalika. Tatombikam param rupam bibhranam sumanoharam dadarsh chando mundascha bhrutyau shumbhani shumbhayo. The two servants of Shumbha Nishumbha, who are they? Chanda and Munda. Those two saw this beautiful form of Kaushiki and they were drawn towards that Devi. So they saw her as beautiful Ambika, Param Rupam, extremely beautiful. And then what did they do? Tabhyam Shumbhaya Chakhyata Sativa Sumanohara Kapyaste Stri Maharaja Bhasayanti Himachalam. They both told Shumbha and Nishumbha, O king, a certain woman is there who is so beautiful and she's so brilliant. O Maharaja, she's there. Naiva tadruk kvachidrupam drishtum kenachiduttamam dhyayatam kapyasau devi grihyatam chasureshwara. O Asureshwara, you would never have seen such beauty in a woman. You must find out about her. You must assert who that beautiful lady is. Nyayatam Kapyaso Devi. Who this Devi is, you should know. Grihyatam, and also you should take her into your possession. She's so beautiful. Sri Ratnamati Charvangi द्योतयन्ती दिशस्त्विषा सा तु तिष्ठति दैत्येन्द्र तां भवां द्रष्टुमर्हति. She is gem of the women. She's that beautiful. No one can surpass her beauty. Sri Ratnam, Ati Charvangi, beautiful body. That's what they are saying her. Dyotayanti, and she's illuminating not just Himalaya or one portion of the earth, but Dishasvisha. Through her illumination, she's lighting up all directions. She is that bright and beautiful. Satu Tishtati Daityendra. And she's like that, staying there. Tam Bhavan Drishtumarhati. And she is fit to be seen by you. See the way he is telling. You go and see her. That is not the thing. She is fit to be seen by you. O Maharaja. यानि रत्नानि मणयो गजाश्वादीनि वै प्रभो त्रैलोक्ये तु समस्तानि साम्प्रतं भान्ति ते गृहे. O Prabhu, Prabhu means one who has pervaded the whole manifestation. So this Chanda Munda, they are telling Shumbha Nishumbha, you are that Prabhu. You have everything in your house shining. You have acquired so many things. What are they? Ratnani, gems, Manayo, and also the jewels, the precious stones, Gaja, the elephants, Ashwadini, even the horses, which are all great in their quality. Those things you have, Trailokyetu Samastani, and all these great things which belong to all the Trailokya. That means you have chosen the best, the greatest jewels, gems, elephants, and horses, and they are all there, resplendent in your house. You have already all these things. Airavatha samanito gajaratnam purandarat. From Indra, you have acquired that Airavata, which is the gem of all elephants. Parijata tarushchayam tathaivochhaishravahaya. And you have the Parijata, which belongs to that Swarga. And you also have the gem of all the horses, which is Uchchaishavas. That horse you have with you. Vimanam hamsa samyuktam etat tishtati tengane. That Vimana, the plane which you have, which is yoked to two hamsas, the swans. Etat tishtati, and that is standing in your compound. Ratnabhutam ihanitam yadasi vedhasodbhutam. And that it is gem of its class. That Ratha you have in your house compound, palace compound, which belonged to Brahma once, and you have just grabbed it from him. Nidhiresha Mahapadma Samanito Dhaneshwarat. Dhaneshwara is Kubera. He had 9 treasures. Out of that, Mahapadma is one which is very, very precious treasure. That you have Samanito. You have taken away that. Kinjalkinim dadau chagdihi mala mamlana pankajam. And even that ocean has presented you Kinjalkini flower, which has so many filaments in it, and it's beautiful. Not only that, you have been given the lotus mala, which will never fade, that you have with you. Chhatram te varunam gehe kanchana stravitishthati. And your geha, your abode, has the umbrella of Varuna, which is showering not the water rain, but it showers the kanchana, the gold. That umbrella you have on top of your abode. Tathayam syandanavaro yah purasi prajapatehe. And you have that chariot, Syandana, which was once upon a time belonged to that Prajapati. That you have with you. Mrityorutkantidanama shaktirishatvaya hrita. And you have taken away, grabbed, stolen a Shakti, the power, you can call it as weapon also, which belong to Yama, called Utkantira. That you have. Pashasalila Bhratustava Parigrahe. And your brother has in his possession the Pasha, the noose of Samudra Raja. Nishumbhasyabdhijatascha samasta ratna jatayah. And your brother Nishumbha has all great gems of the ocean. Whatever nice kinds of gems, the greatest gems from the ocean, that your brother has. Vanhirapi dadau tubhyam agnishauche cha vasasi. And you have been given or gifted by none other than Agni himself, the fire himself, a garment which is purified by the fire that you have, which is such a rare possession you have. Evam daityendra ratnani samastanyahritani te Sri Ratnamesha Kalyani Tvaya Kasmanna Grihyate. Evam Daityendra, O Daityendra, like this, all the gems, whatever is possible in different kinds, you have possessed it. You have grabbed it. How come you have left by not seizing this Sri Ratna, who is Kalyani, who is auspicious? How come you haven't grabbed her? She's there. So, this is exactly the way the lower mind, like the Chanda Munda, like the lower mind, tries to induce the desire, greed for all other worldly objects, which are satisfying different sense organs, the mind as well. So it tries to induce that to the higher mind. Like Shumba Nishumba are very much getting influenced by these servants who are making these to understand what else is there to possess in this world, physical world. Rishiruvacha Nishamyeti vachah Shumbhar Satada Chandamundayoho प्रेषयामास सुग्रीवं दूतं देव्या महासुरम्. Then Rishi said, Nishamyeti, hearing these words of Shumbha, Vachar, Nishamyeti Vachar, hearing these words of Chanda and Munda, Shumbha said, Preshayamasa Sugrivam. He sent his another messenger, Sugriva, who was a very good orator, who knew how to talk according to the situation, according to the need. Sugriva. He was another Duta, messenger. He sent words for him and called him and told, Iti cheti cha vaktavya sagatva vachanan mama yatha chabhyeti sampritya tatha karyam tvaya laghu. O Sugriva, tell her thus in my words and tell it in such a way, beautifully, with sweet words, Shlakshnam, tender words, Madhuraya, Gira, with sweet words. You make her love and on her own to come to me. Yatha chabhyeti sampritya. She should be able to come on her own. So you use your good oratory skills to attract her towards us. Satatra gatva yatraste शैलोद्देशेति शोभने तां च देवीं ततः प्राह श्लक्ष्णं madhuraya gira. That Sugriva went to Devi, who was in such a beautiful place. He stood in front of her and started talking to her in such beautiful words to make her understand how great his Maharaja is, Shumbha and Shumbha, how they are. And then let us see what he tells in the next session. Om Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti Om. 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 Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti Om.